What is up, Watch fam? Happy Friday and welcome to Liquor Run. I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and you are...
Rolly.
He forgot his name. From Theo and Harris. If you don't already, watch Liquor Run. On Fridays, we talk about watches, watch events, things like that. But while talking about watches, we drink some delicious wine picked out by my dad. And we explore that wine and all the stuff around it. So what are we drinking today, Daddy-O?
We're drinking a wine called NAIA.
And what kind of grape?
It's Verdejo.
Very cool. And we're going to be talking about Tudor and David Beckham. So this is going to be fun. Let's do it. All right, but before we jump in, a quick wristwatch check. So we'll do you first, Daddy-O. I know this watch. I sourced this watch, but you tell me. What is it? What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Rolex Air King.
Yep.
Made for circle bar drilling.
It's pretty cool, right?
I love it.
Late
The
70s.
logo, yeah,
late 70s, custom order. They were made basically to give as, I don't want to say congratulations, but as, kind of incentive program kind of thing for whether it was a top salesman or retirement or in this instance, which is another oil dial. It looks like Pan Am, but it's actually a pool inter drill. Same kind of thing. Oil company commissioned Rolex, and if they did it today, Rolex probably would never allow it.
It's interesting to see that.
But in the late 70s, Rolex said, you know what? Sure, let's do it. So I think it's a little bit more tasteful than the Domino's logo, which is also cool. Yeah. But I think that these are a little cooler. These watches were both listed in the watch shop at theoandharris.com yesterday. And we released an awesome episode of Lug to Lug where Anna dove into them in detail. So that's what's on our wrist. But let's crack open this bottle of wine and let's talk about David Beckham and this NAIA.
All right, let's talk about Becks.
Cool. So I'll give you a little bit of a preface here. I think maybe it was in June. Call it May or June.
Yeah.
Tudor announced that David Beckham would be their new international spokesperson.
Right.
Foremost, I think he's a wonderful pick. Right?
Yes, he's an international star.
International. He's stylish.
He's global. Yeah, he's very stylish.
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
At least to my knowledge, he doesn't have like the baggage. Like the personal baggage like Floyd Mayweather has, which we dove into a little bit with Hublot.
No.
David Beckham's a pretty clean cut, British dude.
Yeah.
Super widely liked all over. And I think that his young, kind of like rebel style goes with that Tudor brand.
Just the right amount of rebel.
Exactly.
Right?
That's actually a very cool, just the right amount of rebel.
Yeah.
That's actually a very cool.
And he shags Posh Spice.
And he's shagging Posh Spice. So I think it's a wonderful decision. I saw some of the advertising material, and it was okay. But I want to get into one of the issues that happened in late July, early August with David Beckham and Tudor. But first, let's smell this wine.
I love Verdejo. It's an indigenous grape to this area, Rueda.
Okay.
And it's a racy wine. It's a really good summer wine, and I felt it was nice to get this wine in before fall.
Yeah, you chilled it well.
Yeah, man, it's perfect.
I like that, man. This is my I don't know. I'm salivating.
It's salivating.
You know what I mean? So what do you get?
So the color, it's a very pale yellow color, but man, it's got a hell of a nose.
What are you getting?
Almost like a Sicilian big nose.
Big old
Sicilian. I'm getting a lot of like flowers, peach, like white peach.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Let's drink this sucker.
That's delicious.
It's delicious.
Totally delicious.
If you guys haven't tried this wine, and you probably haven't, because it's somewhat obscure. It's an oddball. But the producer is actually well known, and it's gotten a lot of praise over the past couple of years. NAIA is
delicious.
Is the wine, and this grape Verdejo grows indigenously in this area in Rueda, which is in where Valladolid is. Where if you know where Valladolid is, but the problem with Verdejo, why it fell out of favor, is because it was overgrown. So the idea was, let's grow as much Verdejo. Let's just sell it in bulk, and
kind of ruined it. Right?
So quality was not the foremost driver. Well, this guy, this Eulogio Callejas, I think his name is.
Opposite, totally.
Just the opposite. He went completely. He was a contrarian, and he chose to stick with quality versus quantity. And the end result here is beautiful.
Love it.
This wine is minerally. It's a racy minerality.
The summer's coming to an end, but it's not over yet. And I'm sure you can enjoy this wine. Past summer, but damn, for the last couple weeks of last weekend of August and September, this is delicious.
Check this label out, NAIA. It's really, really good. I have no hesitation about recommending this sucker. This is an awesome
Thank
outdoor
you for showing
wine.
me. Seriously, this is delicious.
Yeah, cool.
Pour another glass. And now let me ask you a question. So we went into David Beckham. We think that he was a great decision for the Tudor brand, right? We agree on that. But at Wimbledon, which was I think it was July 28th or July 27th, Beckham, this is a very public event. This isn't dinner with his family. I mean, this is a very, very public, highly, the press was there event only a month or a month and a half after he signed his deal and announced this huge campaign with Tudor. And he was wearing a Rolex Daytona.
Interesting.
Right? I completely recognize that Beckham could want to wear a Daytona and could say, you know what, I want to wear this to dinners with my family, or I want to wear this, in my home, or casual times. But I just think that Wimbledon was kind of a big event.
Right.
And the fact that he, one, wasn't legally or contractually obligated to wear a Tudor, and two, the fact that he didn't decide to give Tudor the goodwill of saying, you just gave me God knows how much money, even though I'm not obligated to wear this watch to Wimbledon, I'm gonna wear it anyway just because thank you guys. You know what I mean?
That reeks
kind of a punch in the nuts.
Back in the 70s, I think it may have been Paul Masson, an American winemaker selling California wines. They had enlisted, they contracted Orson Welles to do advertisement for on TV and media, print. And the tagline was, "We will never sell any wine before its time." It was Orson Welles all over. Yeah. But guess what? Orson Welles never drank their wine. He subsequently was fired as a spokesperson because it was it was bullshit. And people found out. So isn't it funny how this could actually be the same kind of story?
Yeah.
That Beckham, is a spokesperson for Tudor, but yet he's wearing
to a massive public event. Like I said, I have no problem with this dude wearing this 90% of the year with this Daytona.
That's a missed opportunity.
But to wear to such a public, massive event. Right. I mean, this is Wimbledon. Where is Wimbledon?
I think it's in London.
Okay, somewhere in Great Britain.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a British event. You are one of the most famous Brits out there. You don't think that people are going to be snapping photos of David Beckham, a guy who is known for always looking phenomenal. To me, it just makes sense that of course you're going to get photographed. Of course you would wear, a watch. And honestly, shame on Tudor for not making these big events contractually making him obligated to them, because I think that people see this stuff.
Yeah.
Fashion
we're talking
blogs.
About it.
Exactly. And we're talking about it, even on the inside. But, fashion blogs pick up David Beckham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look and they say, oh, what was David Beckham wearing?
Right.
All the time. And if they talk about that Tudor watch, that's brand equity. That enough times, that's going to build value in the hearts of a lot of people who don't know much about watches.
Imagine if he had been wearing that Tudor, what that would have done for that brand.
Yeah. A lot.
It would have given it major props.
Yep.
Major
even
exposure.
In his off time.
Yeah.
Even in his off time. Beckham wears the Heritage Ranger, or Beckham wears the Heritage Chronograph or the Black Bay. I mean, I don't know. I just think that I give a little bit of shame on Beckham, and I give a little bit of shame on Tudor as well. God knows how much money they gave him. But anyway, that's still a watch.
What about Beckham, the soccer player? Great player or good player?
Well, you always said the hype was a little bit above what he was, right?
I thought
But he was a Galactico, wasn't he?
He was. He played for Real Madrid.
He was a Galactico.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Beckham was at Madrid when didn't probably miss a game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that was the time.
Yes.
So, for me, Beckham is a god because of that emotional...
Sure.
But, I mean, there were guys that were much better than... You know what I mean?
He was a good player.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can consider him a great player. Great. He was a precision passer.
Yeah.
Not much of a defensive player. But I think the hype, I think his looks...
Well, the bend it like Beckham.
Yeah, bend it like Beckham.
Those hook shots were... But honestly, maybe just the name Roberto Carlos wasn't as nice sounding, but that guy had a hook too, man. I mean, we're big Brazil fans.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking player, man.
Right.
Thanks for sitting down with me, Daddy.
Stuff.
Wonderful recommendation.
Cheers.
I highly recommend you guys pick
Go
up
out and get this one.
Absolutely delicious. Seriously, guys. No BS.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching. Happy weekend.
Cheers.